Y'all have a seat. The champ is here. The champ is here. Y'all don't, no autographs. No autographs. Are you there?
You can't keep up with him.
Oh, at revenue. I couldn't. I went today. 3 o'clock. Oh, what's the name that's doing it, right? And what's the name doing it? He's got it right.
All right, yeah, we're a couple of minutes past, but we'll get started. Let's go ahead and call the roll.
Senator Albritton? Senator Beasley? Senator Bell? Senator Elliott? Senator Hovey? Senator Jones? Senator Livingston? Senator Sessions? Senator Singleton? Senator Smitherman? Senator Stewart? Senator Price?
Okay, before we get started and we call the first bill up, let me explain something real quick. In our last meeting, you were handed a substitute, where you had plenty of time to study that substitute. There has been one change. It is on page 3, and it is highlighted to the substitute that you were given. And all it is the section that is highlighted on page 3. That is the only change to the substitute that you were given 2 weeks ago. Any questions concerning that before we call up the bill? No, it's just that one number. They added those numbers right there, the code section. Does everybody see? Yeah, that is the only change. Everything else stayed the same as what you were issued 2 weeks ago. Do you see it?
I see the code section, Mr. Chairman. I'm just trying to figure out what that code section does.
Well, that we'll get into the talking. We'll have the sponsor to explain that. How's that?
Sound good.
Is that good to you?
Yeah.
All right. Sir. Let me call up the bill, and then we go. Go ahead and call the bill. Let me call the sponsor.
SB 268 by Senator Singleton.
Senator Singleton?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, committee. As you said, we've had a public hearing on this bill. This bill would define a new category of ready-to-drink mixed liquors beverages containing no more than 7% of alcohol labeled as the mixed spirit beverage. The bill will also institute a licensing structure in Alabama for mixed spirit beverages, as well as a levy a privilege or excise tax on mixed spirit beverages. Suppliers of mixed spirit beverages will be required to designate exclusive sales territories for each brand and enter into an agreement with specific entities. Lastly, the bill will set requirements for distribution agreements between suppliers and producers. I think that there may be an amendment or two that be coming on this bill at this time.
Okay. All right. Do we have any amendments on the bill at this time?
Well, first off, don't we have to adopt the sub?
We'll adopt the sub. Yes, we'll go ahead and do
I move to
that.
adopt the sub.
All right, and second. And so, all right. Got that? We have, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay.
Okay. Wait, this says that we would have, which an amount equal to 3 and 5/10 cents or .035 per ounce or fractional part thereof. And then says the same thing in the next rendition. Basically, that'll be an amount of 42 cents per 12 ounce can.
Mr. Chairman, I accept that as a friendly amendment.
Okay, thank you.
We have a motion. Oh, okay, put my name.
Have
on
a second? You made the motion. Second. Second. Senator Smithman, you had said something you wanted to say, sir?
He's the one who seconded it.
You didn't have something to say, sir? Other than he's got to talk to you. Okay. All right, we've got the amendment, and we've got a first and second. All in favor, say aye of the amendment.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, the amendment passes. All right, now on the bill itself,
Mr. President, I move for favorable report.
favorable
Amended.
report. Second. All right, go ahead, sir.
I think that even the sponsor had the privilege of being in the conversation I'm having. And it's simply this, is that, it's my whole concern was the impact that we are having on the ABC board. And this is a meeting with some of them people sitting right out there. I was in that same meeting about, a year and a half, 2 years ago, up in my district, same about this issue. And that was a deep concern that I had because of the revenue that I know comes directly to us out of ABC. And this, in essence, is going to diminish their ability to provide that level of revenue for the state, for them. Now, I realize that I've heard people talk about however the volume of sales and all that, and we're not going to lose revenue in A, B, C, or D. But right now, it's speculative, until we see the performance of what takes place. So I wanted to make sure I said that because I said the same thing in that meeting, and I said the same thing publicly, and I'm saying it again publicly. I have a serious concern about us losing revenue directly coming to the state, and especially since it's obvious that we're getting ready to lose millions. We're getting ready to lose millions. I had the opportunity to be in a position of having a conversation with someone who represents us in Washington to the point of understanding there's other changes coming. And so because of that, we have to figure out how we are going to fill those holes here in the state. So that is a serious concern of mine. But however, I've had enough conversation that I'm going to myself take it, in other words, I'm taking a chance on all of us that if you all realize, then we got to come back and do something else as it relates to revenue. And I want to say that here so it's not some strange thing if we come back and say, well, wait a minute, we got to get more after it's analyzed for a full year that we're not at the level we were last year in getting revenue. And as such, we got to make some adjustments. And I'm talking to the industry out there. They got to know that. I know all they concerned, they should be concerned. They're just making money. That's what businesses do. But we have a dual function to make sure they're viable and make money, but make sure our citizens are not sacrificed so that that money can be made. So with that, thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, and I'm ready, if you are, to call the meeting.
Thank you, sir. And let me just say that, there's others. We have looked at this bill this committee has for quite a few years. And there is some concern out there of what you just talked about. We want to make sure, and the sponsor and I have visited on this, also. But we want to make sure that our job is to make sure that there's enough revenue for the state to do what they need to do from enforcement, et cetera, and those type of things. So I agree with you. I think that there will be some continued conversation on that. And so with that said, is there any other questions? If not, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Marcus extension. Got that? Bill receives a favorable report.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, committee.
And so, we'll call the next bill, please.
SB 262 by Senator Stewart.
Senator, you're on deck.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. It's showtime. All right. Tough crowd. So just want to discuss the bill, SB 262. It restricts parimutuel wagering to one county. The county in question is Lowndes County, and it aligns with sections 104, 105, and 65 of the Alabama Constitution, making it a valid local bill for Lowndes County.
Mr. Chairman, I move to give the bill a favorable report.
Oh,
right.
can I do an amendment? I have
Yeah,
an
we've got an
amendment.
amendment.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So
That's okay.
very-
Thank you, though.
But thank you. I love the enthusiasm. So we have an amendment here because Lowndes County has a lot of is marred with environmental justice issues, and so there's an organization. We wanted some of the proceeds because we want to have community-based solutions to our environmental issues. So the amendment allows a 20% allocation to the Black Belt Unincorporated Wastewater Program and 40% to the councils throughout the county. Town
Okay.
councils.
I'd move the amendment, Mr. Chairman.
Senator Sessions, you second? So, okay.
I have a question, if I may.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Senator, the Black Belt Group, is that the one that's putting in the septic tanks?
Yes, they put
Where
in
Miss
70.
Bradley
Yes.
is working on?
Yes.
I thank you for that. This is, that community is doing good work. We're making good progress and such. And this is a major, major step in the locals taking control of the problem, if you will, with the assistance and help of state to fix this issue. So thank you for that.
Thank you all. Now the bill. I move that we adopt
Let's adopt the amendment
the
first.
amendment. Okay.
Okay? And so, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, now on to the bill.
Well-
Got anything else you want to say?
No.
We got same Sessions. Okay, got that. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Bill receives a favorable report. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
It was not by accident that I sat in this seat. And this seat for committee chairs is a person that sits in it. You got to be willing to get a chair a second. Just that simple. I mean, I did it for 10 years. I wouldn't let nobody sit in here. If they weren't going to give me a second, then you don't sit in this seat. Because I didn't say vote for it and I didn't say approve it. But you got to get that second. And so that's why I'm here, to give you seconds today.
I appreciate that, sir. Thank you. All right, unless anybody has any other questions, we're adjourned.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.